Well, education is a really a topic that's close to Islanders' hearts right now. And, you know, we've heard some people say that we need to get back to elected school boards, and I do believe that, right? We need to make sure that we have proper resources in the classroom. I believe that. Educational assistants and teachers. It's the wrong place to be cutting. But I'm not entirely sure that's enough. I think we really have to go back to our core value of being innovative. We have to really look at our education system. I mean, we're doing things essentially in education the same way we did them 100 years ago. Everybody comes in, they sit at a desk, they listen to the teacher, and they learn in whatever style the teacher has decided. Everybody has a different style of learning, and we need to really do some research, and we need to find out if there are other systems that might be better. And what we're hearing is that there are. For example, Finland seems to be the top in the world right now when it comes to education. So what do they do in Finland? They have, for their elementary students, they have 20-hour school weeks, for example. They assign very little homework, and they do self-directed learning. So I think we need to take a really close look at not just going back to elected school boards, which is important, but we really need to look to what the future of our education could be. We need to look at making some innovative changes in our system. We can't just tweak it if we're going to see the good results we need on this island. Not everybody has the aptitudes to go on through an academic stream. And in fact, a lot of the jobs that are available out in the world today are very much more on that vocational side, as you mentioned. And going back, I mean, I just mentioned Finland. What they do is it would be the equivalent of our grade 9. When they're they actually let people choose whether they're going to go academic stream or go vocational. And then they can actually start training in an area that they're going to work in, that they have an aptitude in, they're going to be happier. I believe that if we do that, in fact, I think it could really impact the lives and the mental health, really, of the individuals who have to suffer through school when they don't want to be there. So that's an extremely good point, and that's all part of looking at our education system. It may seem like a radical change when you talk about it. Like, what? You only go to 9 years of traditional school, and then you decide whether you're going to go academic stream or whether you're going to go vocation. But this is being done in not just Finland, but other countries in the world as well. And this is the sort of change. We don't have to reinvent the wheel either. I mean, education is being done all over the world. This is not something, I mean, we hear the Premier say a lot about we have to come up with a made in PEI solution. Well, you know what? Maybe this is a radical idea, but I don't think we do have to come up with a made in PEI solution for everything. This is an example where we can look to places outside of PEI and really be way, way ahead of the curve. We can have best in breed education here, and that includes academic stream and vocation stream, and it'll have more productive people entering the workforce and happier individuals all around. So extremely good point. Yes, I think elected school boards is a no-brainer. We should have elected school boards. They shouldn't have taken them out. Right now we've got 3 appointed school board trustees, and in fact we have the Deputy Minister of Education, that's a trustee as well, who doesn't even report to the Minister of Education. I mean, it's a mess. And
you can run on that.
Well, you know, when it comes to elected school boards, the argument against it, well, you know, in the past we used to have elected school boards and nobody would turn out and, you know, everyone was getting acclaimed. Well, you know what? If that's the way the community felt, that's okay. That's democracy. That's good. And when hot issues came up, then guess what? There will be people running, but we have to go back to democracy. That's democracy at work. Elected school boards, absolutely, absolutely. But as I said, we need to go beyond that. We need to really think about how our education system works as a whole, and really look at a major overhaul. Then this is not an overnight thing, like next year we're going to run our system like Finland, right? But we need to have a long-term plan. That's another thing. It seems that governments plan from election cycle to election cycle, and that's just no good. It's unacceptable. All right.